This is the Gypsy Hermit Tarot. Welcome to my channel. When it comes to donating to my channel, the details are in the description box below. So I'm coming on to do a couple of readings. It might be two for Pisces, but it might be one. I'm not sure. And then I'll do a twin flame reading also. So this is going to be Pisces and your person, the connection between you. I want you to think of someone that you love or someone that you have separated from, but you still love, whatever it is. Whatever the situation is, think of the person and that situation, okay? I have my favorite mug here with some iced tea, lemon iced tea, and my favorite little raggedy pot holder. Okay. Just looking at the bottom of the deck, let me tell you something. If you've watched, this just stuck. Okay. If you've watched any of my recent readings, whether it was, I can't talk, whether it was for Twin Flame or Pisces, this card, the Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl, keeps coming up. There is something about people not being aware of the people around them or the people that claim from their mouths to care for them who do not have the same idea of caring, who do not have the same understanding when it comes to love, and it's just not what you think it is. And then you have the Fairy of the Highlands, be brave and honest. No, I'm sorry, it's time to be brave. You know, it's time to be brave could have many connotations, or it could be time to be brave to do a lot of things. But sometimes, because if you notice, she is alone at night with a sword. What is the sword we all have? It's our voice. It's what the Bible refers to as our tongue, right? It's our tongue, it's our voice. It's adding our voice to unjust situations, not only in the greater society that you may live in, but also as it pertains to how people get to treat you or what doesn't work for you in a relationship versus, you know what I mean? What you would or would not do. But that's there for a reason. And just as the solution for who you should fuck with and who you shouldn't is up to you, and you can be brave to choose that. Also, to approach someone and say, can we hash out some differences, is also up to you, and you can choose that. But you already know, people. See, the thing is, this is the thing, man. Woo, this is the thing. Your happiness has nothing to do with another person, not the root of your happiness. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm just not going to talk to anybody ever in life. I'm just going to be me happy. No, but it's this kind of energy. Anyone that takes you in, and trust me, relationships bring disappointment. When we put so much weight on things turning out perfectly, without any skill attached, right? Because in order for you to be in a relationship of any kind with another person, you have to be committed and the other person has to be just as committed, so that when there's a problem, you can hash it out and it's truly done. You know what I mean? If any of you are on a new beginning path right now, like, some of you are just ready for it. Like, you're ready for that new beginning and that happiness, because the happiness, the milk and honey, is exactly what you have coming in. But some of you are ready for it, and some of you have already begun it. Like me getting back into school has begun my new beginning. And look at how God works. And I've told you, look at my manifestation video of how I manifest. On top of what I'm already being blessed with, I had applied, before I even applied for graduate school again, I had applied for a bunch of jobs, like a gang of jobs, because Steve Harvey said if you're not having luck getting a job and you've applied for 10 jobs a day or whatever it is, the number is, he said then amp it up, apply for 20 jobs a day. However, 100 jobs a day, right? I can't tell you the number of jobs I applied for. All I can tell you is I went on Indeed. I applied for the same type of position in higher education. I applied for certain states in our country, and I only applied for those. Well, mainly. Some of them I did go to their websites. But for the most part, I applied to positions that took a quick apply, meaning they just took my resume and my little form on Indeed. And I got two already. I had an interview, a Zoom interview on Monday. I have another phone interview next Tuesday. Both very good, very well paid for. I have a lot of education and a lot of experience. That's what I'm saying. Now, Gypsy, does that mean you're going to give up the blessing of having money coming in because you're in graduate school? It does not. The budget I have for graduate school can be put on hold so that I could take 1 or 2 classes a term until I'm finished and have the money to pay for it and get paid a salary, a very good salary. Do you see what I mean? It's like, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself, and don't worry about who's not with you. I keep picking up these 2 cards together. Like I just picked that up and still didn't know this was attached again. You have to be brave to let go. Let people work out their own limitations. See, because we work as Pisces, we work too hard. Working too hard. We do too much. Trying to make people feel better. But it's still, trying to make people feel better, that we have a problem with them. Trying. And it doesn't change the fact that some of the people around you are not what you think they are. And you need to see them for exactly who they are. Period. You just need to see them for that. Because it's not your fault the way that they are. Come on, you got shit to do. You ain't got time to be sitting around placating. See? See beyond this. See beyond the limitation of all kinds of relationships that seem to always hit a brick wall and transform yourself. Sometimes when people do things, your silence and your lack of a response is enough to accuse them from within. Is enough to make them go, oh, that wasn't quite right. And especially if it's like, okay, I got somewhere to go. I got something to do. I'll talk to you. You know what I mean? Stay on your own shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Balance out the need, because Pisces are big on unity, but balance out the need to be in unity with people. I don't want to step out on faith unless I have a partner. Even if it's like a business partner, I don't want to build a business just by myself. No. But what if that's where your blessing is coming from? You just don't know how great you are if you don't balance out insecurities and do. Let me tell you, everything I ever have been blessed with was inspired. And I said this in my manifestation video. It has been inspired. And now I'm in graduate school and my classmates are all like, wow, you've actually published. You know why? Because I'm a rebel and I'm not going to wait for a mid-size or huge publishing house to recognize my voice and to say your voice is valid or I like your voice. I'm going to give you. No, I like my voice. I like my literary voice. I'm going to do more to help others that have a voice. But I'd be damned if I'm just going to sit here and die one day never having given a platform for my voice. And a lot of people do that. You got to clear the energy around you by not attaching yourself to other people And then you got to have some fuck it. You know, Cat Williams said that's what weed gives you, this fuck it. How about you have some fuck it just because you're a human being that's a badass? What? You don't need permission from anybody. And indie is relevant on all platforms. Movies. You have, I think, what's his name? Kevin Hart. There's some NBA. I think LeBron James take scripts from people. You know, because there are great writers or people that have talent, but they would never get the exposure if someone who's wealthy didn't give them a shot. So people, they take scripts. So anyway, I don't know why this is all coming out. It's very relevant to Pisces, though, absolutely. This is what we worry about too much. That if we leave someone or we don't deal with someone, even if they were wrong, even if they were fucking around with us and somebody else or somebody's else, we still feel like, God, but they're going to feel sad or they're going to miss me and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. The truth of the matter is, if you release them and they had other people, they're releasing you. Shit. Do you hear me? You have been released too. That's what you didn't know. Look at this. Look at that Three of Pentacles, just like your Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. What you didn't know is they were already married or in a relationship that's serious and is a partnership. Is they work well together with someone already. That's what you didn't know. Let me tell you, somebody that misses you or regrets how things turned out, but they're not going to do nothing about it, that you can throw a rock and you'll hit a man with those kind of thoughts about various women. Do you hear me? About various women he's known in his life, he has regrets like that. That doesn't stop him from fully loving whoever he's with in the moment. It does not. Please don't play games with your heart. Ooh, yes. Look at this. You don't have to take every offer that happens to come by and looks at you. This says trust. Trust what you feel the divine is communicating to you through the happenings around you. There is a divine guidance in all things if we know how to feel and look for it through the heart without silencing our intuition with logic. Come on, somebody. What? 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 Baby. Look at this. Bottom of the deck. Queen of the Moon Oracle. Focus on loving yourself. I did not pick these cards. I prayed though, before I shuffled, I asked God, please, clear my energy of my own situations and needs so I can tap in and serve Pisces other than myself. You need to focus on loving yourself. You need to focus on loving yourself. Don't worry about anybody around you. I keep picking up both these cards. Some of you feel like you can't just be by yourself. Like you cannot deal without your friends. You cannot sit alone, or you cannot, it bothers you. Okay, but it's like I tell my children, and me and my children are all water signs, right? I am a hermit though. But I do have Virgo in my chart. But anyway, but I tell my children as it relates to high school and school is that you got to treat this just like a twin flame journey, and they know about it. And that is, you've learned lessons in the past of what a real friend is and what a real friend isn't, what a romantic interest is and what it isn't, what toxic is and what goodness is, right? And so because you've learned those lessons, Look at who you are. And so I would ask them, who are you? What are your qualities? And they would tell me, that's what you're looking for. Not that you're looking for, but that's how it should feel. It should feel that easy. Someone that could fit in, or who is naturally compatible with exactly what you are. That is who you can be friends with. Like, for real. And I'm saying to you, adult version, right? Pisces, take some time. There's nothing wrong with it. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on looking at the wonderful qualities that you have and not letting anybody take that away from you. Regardless of who's around you, they can't take anything away from you that you don't give to them. So if you don't give it to them, they don't have it, right? It's still with you. So you can be social, because a part of Pisces is very social, but you don't leave yourself in anyone else's care like that. You know, you let it roll off your back what doesn't suit you. And sometimes you even have to gravitate toward the best in the group that you vibing with at that time, because it might change on another day. Somebody else might be in a higher vibration than they were the day before. So you don't need to throw them away. It's just like, I see you on some bullshit today, so I'm going to go talk to Kiki, you know. But put your own best interest first. All right. What was that? Was that the moon? Oh, I thought it was. I mean, it's the moon. There's something you don't know. This is why you can't just worry over other people and what they might be on, because there are things you just don't know about them that could harm you if you get too close or if you try to save somebody. You know? No. Remember, reflect on what you've already been through in the name of friendship and love. Reflect on that. Like, truly reflect on it. Okay? All right. Let's pull cards. I think I want to use for the overall energy between on each side of it. I'm going to do it like this. I love the shadows and light. So let's get an overall energy between Pisces and her person. Yeah. Collision of beliefs, lifestyles, and energies. This is how you feel with most people. It's like a collision. We just don't mesh up, you know? Okay. Look at this. I went to get the new bottom of the deck and it stuck to my finger, and what showed was the Violet Angel instead of Violet Duchess. It's funny they're both violet, right? Purple is a color of royalty. But when someone that seems to be royal, the dawning of the new day is that you only got with them because you were bored, stifled, and stuck in your life. It's not because it was a divine connection. You were just bored or horny or feeling like nothing was moving forward. And now you had an epiphany that, well, it wasn't even all that. Like, look at her. She is not excited. It was, because it's all in the same family of the color violet. One is a duchess, one is an angel, and the angel is saying, look at what the real is. Let me tell you something. Look at her with her hand on her hip. Let me tell you something. What you thought was royalty was a royal pain in the ass. That's what it became to you. And you just look at that right under that. And you just became stuck on it. Assuming and projecting that that's what it had to be. See? Man, I'm sorry. But I'm sorry. I just feel like there are souls that need to be awakened and shaken out of complacency. Ouch. Ow. Stupid flip-flops hurt me. Okay. So, Pisces, your cards are going over here. Your person's cards over here. Let me put this in the middle a little better. get an overall energy with one of the Wild Kuan Yin cards. Okay, I'm not taking two. I'm only taking one. Oh, that was going to be three. Okay, what did I say? Everybody that wants to holler, you can't holler back. Okay. All right. One card for Pisces person. What? Why is this the same, virtually like the same kind of energy? And I'm going to show you. And even the masculine, whether you view the spirit animal as the masculine, which I usually do, or sometimes it's God, is the same exact one. I'm going to show you. It's crazy. And even at the bottom of the deck, it's the same one. So in the past, you thought you had to try and tame somebody into being your person, into loving you. You had to like try and love them into it. And you gave too much, right? You gave too much. Look at what came out. Look at that. That's your side of it, Pisces, right? Same spirit animal, and you minding your own business. And here comes somebody almost as a sign. Here again, you minding your own business. He almost knocks you over from his side, trying to rush you. It says, will you choose now? So, babe, come on. Love yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. These could be multiple people. These could all be multiple people, 3 different people. Some of you had 3 different people with the same type of issue. And with each one, you felt the same kind of way. Like, they on some bullshit. One of them you loved more than the other. The other 2. One of them you sincerely did love. Okay. But there were 3. And they each came into your life spontaneously and in the same rough. Like they all coming in like rushing. That's how players are. You know, players and really toxic people come in and want you to rush to get involved with them. You got to be careful. And they all unkempt, look, their hair not combed. They looking like, what? Why? Why are you in my face? All right, let's get an overall energy from the angels and ancestors. I've never done it this way for overall energy. So, yeah, this is for you, Pisces, wise one. You are wise, but sometimes in the name of being lonely, not being lonely, not wanting to be lonely, you'll put your wisdom to the side so that you can have a friend or so somebody can spend time with you. You don't have to do that. You do not. Let's get this person, your person's message. You don't have to ever do that. Summer. So during this summer, you've probably been separated from someone. They want to come towards you, but at the same time, they're happy. Like they're basking in joy and light. They're enjoying the summer, you know? And you are growing where you are. You know, if you're for whatever reason, what was that? I have had the worst summer for ants. I don't know about anybody else. And today I killed 2 queens, not real queens, but the queens are getting on my nerves, which makes me feel like this reading is all about us being queens. You know, being the queens we're supposed to be. What was that? I just felt something on my cards. I don't want to use my wipe. Okay, I'm just going to get off the table. All right. Wow, I split the deck, lost track of what was at the bottom of the deck, and look what's at the bottom of the deck. Focus on yourself again, right? Focus on yourself. Focus, Pisces, on you. Meditate, burn incense. I have the wonderful sense of incense. I love them. Don't let anybody break your peace, distract you from what you're supposed to be doing. Just focus. All right. So in this connection with this person, whoever they are, whoever came to your mind that has different beliefs and lifestyles than you, a different attitude than you, different energies, but you want to figure them out, whatever the case is. How do you really feel about this person or the connection with this person? How does Pisces feel about the connection with this person? How does Pisces feel about the connection with this person? Look at all this Sagittarius energy. How does Pisces feel about the connection with this person? Ooh. How does Pisces, oh, that makes sense. How does Pisces, yes. Okay, Pisces. New bottom of the deck is release. Oh, Lord. Yeah, release, Four of Swords. Give yourself a rest. Go for your abundance, the sun. This is somebody from your past that you're not even in contact with. Remember at the bottom, at the beginning of the reading. But it's saying you're taking a break. You're taking a rest. You're healing. You know, that's what rests are for. You had to release it for that. And you're going after your abundance. Very plain, very direct message, very true. Very true. This could be someone from your past who's an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. What? Someone you've known since you were very young, or someone you grew up with as children, someone that lived in your neighborhood, someone you started preschool with, whatever, however it resonates. They were some kind of soulmate, but they were very guarded. They were very guarded against you. All right. So, how do you feel about the connection? You feel like you manifested this person. Like you had been going, whatever you had been experiencing in life when it comes to love, and maybe you had spent a lot of time alone. That in and of itself, you have been gardening. You have been doing great feats in your life in other areas. All of that brought you into contact with this person who is equally as powerful. But when it didn't work out, now you have to balance out your energies. You have to balance yourself out when it comes to having peace. Balance out how you would interact with this person in the future, because there is a very strong connection here. There's a very strong connection between the two of you. You may be divine feminine. He may be divine masculine, but he may not be your divine masculine. Do you understand? Everyone that you have a strong connect, sometimes it's because, oh, I almost said the believers. And it's true. The believers in God know each other. Isn't that in scripture somewhere? Maybe in the Quran. The believers in God know each other. Twin flames know each other. Spiritual people get and know each other. They get each other almost immediately upon meeting. It's like they're excited to have met each other. So it's no wonder you did not project, you know what I mean, all your hopes and dreams on this person, because it was beautiful how you met. Your interaction was beautiful, the best of it, but there was always something that stopped you. Always something that said, I gotta go, right? Always something that made you know it's not just you, and if you release him, he'd release you too. Look at this. You always knew it would be mutual, because what if you were only together for both of you to awaken and go on to meet your true people? And yes, there would be an element of missing and all of that, but because it was a true connection. But what if it wasn't meant to stay? What if you weren't meant to be connected to this person long term? What if? I'm just saying. It left you with your heart and your self intact, but you give too much. So you kept trying to give to it, And I don't know a man that won't accept love. I don't. Or accept someone that's like, well, if she, want to give me her money, if she wants to give me some sex, I'm not going to turn it down. I don't know people like that. I don't. Not men. Except for men that want something specific and have discipline. Favorite mug. So, how does this person feel about the connection with you? God damn. You make him feel stronger. The connection gives him strength. So there's something about when you all first came together and something about whatever he was going through at the time, it made him feel like himself again, like whatever he had lacked or whatever he had recently lost. It gave him strength. You made him feel loved. He felt like finally someone will love me the way I can, without a lot of conflict, but there was conflict. It was. So it was like the potential was there, but the conflict, why was there conflict? Because whenever, and I'm not even going to say someone put you in, because to be absolutely honest, it's almost like when someone's not right for us, God gives us a 10 of swords to block us from loving them. Stop. You're not supposed to go that far right here. This person was a sign. Didn't you believe in signs? Didn't we have something up here that talked about a sign? You've seen the signs? Something like that. Haven't you ever had a sign that something good was coming, but the thing that you thought you wanted so bad that was only a sign was not the thing that was coming? It was something else. That's what this looks like. That's what this looks like. And it's fascinating because you did give him, you did inspire him. You know what I mean? All that you gave to him, gave him what he needed, but it didn't give you. You didn't get the same out of it. You got some out of it. I mean, you did. You balanced out some things that you needed to balance out. You learned some lessons that you manifested this person into your life so you could learn those lessons. They were very important lessons. And if you're anything like me, your abundance is coming out of the lessons that you've learned. Damn, that's, Woo. Yeah. So just as you released each other, you still already found yourself intact. You have lost nothing. You have not lost yourself because of this connection. You are still intact. New bottom of the deck, see? And it's growing him too. Damn. Look at this. Oh my God. It's growing him too. And he's attributing it to the connection with you. Damn. What? And he doesn't feel lost without you, but he definitely feels like things are not as warm as they were with you. But he's growing, And with the conflict here, okay, and what it could be is that you did make him happy, you did give him strength, but the conflict made him feel, it brought him too low. So if he had a big ego and it gave him an ego death, it cut him too quick though. You cut him down too far. Because maybe this is the lovers. Maybe it is your divine masculine. This is the other perspective that it could be. Right? But you have to remember that you're Queen of Cups. Because when this fell out, it was kind of like this, and I took it upright, but it could be like this. that this was the connection, that you had to balance out yourself. You were losing yourself to the connection, and it almost took away your love or your ability to love. But you finding you still have the ability to love. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. That's, I don't know. Like, I have an inkling, but I don't know. All right. What do you want from this connection? That was how do you feel? How do both of you feel? What do you want, Pisces, from the connection with this person? What do you want from this connection? Renewal and ego. It's like your ego tells you that you're supposed to be with this person. It's almost like, how can they turn me down? It's that accusation a lot of feminines in the twin flame journey go through. And this is not to dog the feminines, because I wouldn't dog myself, but I know I've had this thought and this attitude is that you gonna reject me? Cool. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have, hold on a second. Like, he doesn't have the right to go through his process and need a break when he needs a break, or to still, need to grow and things like that. It's a little judgmental because you came with the ego. Yeah. You came with the ego saying you supposed to be able, well, you go miss out because, or mad, even if this is not your masculine. Because the thing about it is, I don't want somebody who's a cheater anyway. I don't want somebody who's deceptive anyway. All kind of, we just be flying off the handle again. Let it roll off, or it affects your spirit and you get in the way of your own new beginning. You get in the way of your blessings. And I almost did that in regard to my children. So I'm going to talk about that in the talk though. So I'm saying, this is not about, now you're going to flex your ego when at a certain point he flexed his ego and saying, I can see who I want to see. I can date who I want to date. I can love who I want to love. I don't have to love you. You don't get to possess me, right? And you were just like, well, I don't have to. And now it's a clash of the titans. It's a clash of the titanic egos. And you throwing all his shit up in his face, to help bring him down to this 10 of swords, because you want that ego death because he bruised your ego. Because what you want from this is the judgment, is renewal, is to be together. But it's only based on the energy between you and not based on what he has the ability to do right now. What if he's not even ready? I used to say this in my earliest readings. What if a person is not even ready for a stable relationship and you force them into that? Do you know how unhappy you will be? That's a stress I can't deal with. And I'm going to have a talk about that too. Because there's a science to when you're with a person, either before time or it's the wrong person, it affects your body. It affects your mind. It affects your life, the energy of it. And it can lead you to get on the wrong path because in this fundamental way, you're on the wrong path. Everything has a timeline for your life, but if you're too impatient to wait for timing, you're wrecking yourself. All right. New bottom of the deck. Yeah, look at your life experience, man. Look in your past for the answers. What have you, if you have this kind of attitude with someone that you thought was a divine counterpart, who just may be assigned to your counterpart, but you're supposed to be getting yourself together, because the way that you handled him wasn't the right way. Though clearly, if you throwing his shit up in his face, he wasn't doing the right thing. But that has nothing to do with you growing. What did you do that wasn't right? Right? How can you now use the lessons? This is what you need to get from this connection, whether you want this from the connection or not. What you want from it is to blast somebody for not being as perfect as you think you are. What you want from it is you want unity. You want the relationship, right? Ultimately, that's what you want. But you're in your ego. And because you're in your ego, it's conflict. It's 10 of swords for him. Because in the past, it was 10 of swords for you. It was conflict. All right. It's a lesson. It's a lesson, not only for what you want, who you want to be attracted to or in relationship with, but it's a lesson for how you allow people around you to affect you, as if you have no power in your own life just because someone around you is not as sincere as you are, or someone around you has certain behavior, right, that's not compatible with you. Now you gonna fall apart. What does this person want from Pisces, from this connection with Pisces? What does this person want from the connection with Pisces? What is this person? All right. Wow. What does this person want from the connection? How is this what they want? Oh my God, this is something. Ooh. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands. This person feels, and 4 of Pentacles. Ooh, this is a past person, 6 of Cups. This person feels like they're stuck on you and it's a burden. It's a burden on them that they're so stuck, or they're stuck in some area of their life. It's a burden. Let me show you what they have, though. And this is why I say the connection feels like a burden to them, because he has the 4 of Cups, Queen of Wands, 8 of Cups, and the Hermit. It's like they give you the kind of love that they can give you where they are in there, and it's really motivated because they feel like you're so sexy. Like they're attracted to your energy and sexually, like they really are. But you walk away, and when they think about it, it's like you always walk away. So it's like, and you always reject their cup, but it's because of what they wrap it all in. They wrap everything up in sex, in the spark of wands, in the fiery part of your connection. And maybe he's thinking about that, or because of those rejections and the walking away is causing him to think about that. How was I looking at her? Was I looking at her in such a way that she only had a sexual value to me? He's spending a lot of time alone, trying to figure out, why did she reject my offer? Why did she say no when I was giving her my true cup of love? I really did love her, and I admire her. She's so confident and warm and intelligent and sexy. And it's like he wants more. He wants more in his life. He does. He wants more than just a sexual partner. He wants more, but he has to figure out, what will that mean for how I live, for my lifestyle, for even my beliefs about relationship and about people, and what kind of energy should it be? Does that mean I can't have chemistry with someone from the gate? I mean, I mean, he's going through it and it feels like a burden. And he feels stuck on you. That's what feels like a burden, but he's sincere about wanting the right person. All right. What about this person of yours that you are thinking of? What about them attracts you? What about this person attracts you, Pisces? What about them attracts you? Ooh, yes. What about this person attracts you? Ooh, nice. What about you attracts this person? What about you attracts this person? What about you attracts this person? All right. Bottom of the deck is darkness and sovereignty and blossoming. It's like something tells me that both of you have this in common. That when you go through something that seems so bleak and it's pitch black, well, didn't God create the universe out of triple darkness? Right? So, of course, his creatures or his humanity have that same ability to create sovereignty and powerful self, right? Powerful self evolution, self recreation, blossoming out of nothing, out of a bleak situation, out of to the point that, oh, 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 to the point that the new beginning is unexpected. I bear witness. Please let me know in the comments how, if you have had a new beginning and it's absolutely unexpected and right before it came in, you were like distraught or feeling like giving up on somebody or something and you didn't know what you were going to do to move forward. And all of a sudden, things became clear. Pisces, you have will, fruition, resilience, and beauty. You feel like he's so beautiful to you, not just because of the way he looks, but you like the way he looks, but because he is an action-oriented person. Like when he wants to bring something to fruition, he does that shit. And he's been through a lot in his life. Like he's been through a lot. And it doesn't stop him. It doesn't even stop him from wanting love and believing that he can love. It doesn't stop him from reaching for more when it comes to whatever he does in his career. It does not stop him. He is almost unstoppable, this person. And you admire that about him. He has creation, self-reflection, patience, and nourishment. What he's attracted to in you is that you're so creative. Like it's like you go and pray, and he might not even believe in things like prayer or whatever, but it seems like for you, he's in awe because you'll go and pray and come up with a whole new something, like a whole new reality of some type of expression. And then when you all go through difficulty, he remembers how you would reflect on your own part of it and admit that to him. He loves that you don't just blame him unilaterally, that you actually look at yourself. Not look at yourself like, it's my fault that you're a hoe, or it's my fault that whatever it is, right? No. For whatever part you played, like we saw over here, you want his ego to come down a bit, so you're going to put him in 10 of swords. 10 of swords times 10 of swords and shit. That kind of thing. Well, maybe I shouldn't have been so harsh just because I was upset. That doesn't give me the right to talk to somebody that way. That kind of thing. But at the same time, you were patient with this person. You let them get things off their chest at times. Just he's looking at who you are. You're nourishing, you're nurturing, You also believe maybe in the same type of diet regimen as they do, or you believe in fasting, you believe in cleansing and detoxing. He likes that about you. What about them drives you crazy, Pisces? What about this person drives you crazy? A lot. Shit. Ooh. Ooh. Here we go. We getting to it. Yep, we getting to it. Damn. What about you drives this person crazy? What about you drives him crazy? Mm. Wow. Bottom of the deck is growth and discernment. So you all are growing so much, both sides, for whatever reason. You have the masculine, gratitude, power, abundance, and peace. What you don't like about him is that he is a divine masculine. And what is more attractive than a freaking divine masculine? And he tends to, it's like he's grateful. You know what I mean? Let a man say, I'm grateful for you. What you gonna do as a woman? Any woman. You're gonna keep giving to him. So he has scores of women. When he's with one, he got another one looking like, I want to be with him. He's my masculine. And he's grateful to them for what they give him in energy and whatever, and love and wisdom. But at the same time, he's not committing to any of them. And he's in his own way to finding the right one, the one who truly is his. What you don't like is he's so powerful. He gets abundance almost at the snapping of his finger, whereas you might struggle, Pisces. You know what I mean? He's so at peace with it all. Like however it flows, he's cool. It seems like he's never like thrown off his square because something didn't go his way. Even if he gets, a little bit up in arms sometimes, but it just seems, this is how it seems to you, that he just flows, that he's just cool, that, if somebody doesn't want to be with him, he's fine because he always has somebody else anyways. He's looking for the right one. But he's so freaking masculine. Like this might be someone that has, if you know anything about your birth chart, all of the signs in our birth chart give us a certain amount of feminine and masculine energy, regardless of our gender. So in my family, I am 8 parts feminine, 2 parts masculine. And I have a nephew who's 8 parts masculine, 2 parts feminine. I have a friend who's 9 parts masculine, 1 part feminine. It's that kind of shit, because that kind of masculine, that's that big dick energy. I hate to say it, it's that big dick energy. It's like he can't get enough and neither can they. Neither can they get enough of what he can't get enough of. Man, what he doesn't like is that if he says, well, I found someone, I don't have what you need right now, so I'm gonna go on down, that you just accept it like cool. And you balance out. Like if you ever were heartbroken in the beginning of this journey with him, you don't stay there. Like if there was a period of time or something that happened, you don't resist it. You don't stay there. And you resist getting back in cahoots with them again. Like, and they don't like that. Like they're not able to penetrate the wisdom that you have in order to use you in a common way. Even if it is just for their comfort or if it's for something they feel deeper. They feel like you're so independent. You rely on God, the universe, and life so much that they have no way to control you. Like, as powerful as they are, they can't get to you in a way they usually can get to women. Like, you stand out in that way. Damn. All right, let's get back to tarot. One last round, I'm done. How do you, Pisces, want this to evolve with this person? How do you want this connection to evolve? The connection. Okay? How do you want it to evolve? Ooh. How do you want this to evolve? Damn. How do you want this to evolve? Damn. What? That's weird. Let's get one more card because I don't understand. How do you... Oh. Wow. Like, you don't see... Look at this. You don't see this person and you being a part of a household, right? I don't even know how I can... Let me try to... Okay. Come on. Trying to put this together. Hard. See? The Moon, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Cups. You feel like they will always have secrets because they're a hoe, because they, are in and out with several people, and you just want to protect yourself from that or keep them back when they're in that energy. And you can love them, but you're not going to show a lot. Like, you're not going to give a lot as long as they're in that energy. And you want to, you want to move forward. Like, you feel like that's justice. That's fair. That's fair for you to keep your heart under wraps, even though it's full of love for them. But because as long as they're in this energy of a player, you can't fuck with it. Not in a way that you're vulnerable. Now, it doesn't say that you'll never, see them again or anything like that. But that when you deal with them, you're on the defense. You just like, we're not rushing in. And let me see what they want from this connection with you. What does this person want? This came out. Now, this is you, Pisces, but it came out in reverse. God damn. We're going to see. Now, if it doesn't match the other cards, I'll turn it. But, what is this person? How does this person want this to evolve? Oh. Look at that shit. See, he doesn't see, men don't see the Knight of Wands in the same way as women. Oh, wait. He's interested in balance, and he wants to communicate that very, quickly. But at the same time, the Six of Pentacles is about third-party situations. It's about giving to others in the same way. It's about juggling multiples, right? And it's like there's something stable he wants to have with you. I don't know. Maybe he wants to put something in your face. Throw something in your face about how he's abundant anyway and he still got all these bitches. Because he also, under that, he has the Two of Swords. It's like, do I want to stay a player or do I want to settle down? Nine of Cups, yeah. Ace of Swords. He wants to tell you unity. Yeah. Like, he wants to tell you. It's almost like he's saying to you, even if you reject me, I'm still abundant. I'm still, if I'm your divine feminine or not, masculine. I'm a divine masculine. I'm still reaping the benefit of being divine masculine whether you love me or not, whether you show me love or not, whether I'm in your life like that or not, I'm still divine masculine. Damn. I guess I'm doing his side first. God damn. He said, even if he goes away from you forever because you're withholding your love from him, even if, right? He's still, even in the energy of a player, he's still divine man. Like he knows himself. God damn, this is what you don't like, Pisces. This is exactly the shit. And I understand it. Cause that is, he ain't no joke. This dude is unapologetically himself, and you can't hate him for that. That's real authenticity. And feminines, this is not even supposed to be a twin flame reading. It's Pisces in her person, but when you meet a real one, and just because he's not evolved in one area of his life does not mean he does not know who he is. And it doesn't mean you're gonna control him, tell him what to. No, that kind of man, you are not gonna control him. You are not. You are not. There was some kind, and see, this came because you might have given him some information and it wasn't very tactful. And he's like, fine, I'm fucking. You know, that's what I mean. And it was the first, I think it was the first layer of laying down cards of how you feel about each other or whatever. And you had the magician and the ego. And it was just like, to a certain extent, as divine feminines and masculines, when we don't know what we're doing in this journey towards each other, when it comes to abundance, it seems to me like we all flourish in that. Like some of us are fearless when it comes to pursuing, you know, but when it comes to really mastering what we're doing with our masculine, we're not good. Like we haven't mastered that shit. We haven't. And he's just as easily triggered. You're like, oh damn, I'm so that's what he's saying. He's saying whether I am, whether I'm with you or not, I'm going to be this masculine. I'm going to be badass. I'm going to be, right? I'm on a path. I'm still on my journey. I'm still on that shit. I've been on that shit. And you all might mirror each other in that you both can look back at your life experience, at the path of your life, and see that you've been on this journey, especially if you're older. But even if you're in your 30s, 40s, late 20s, I'll say, you can see I've always been on this path. That's how you feel. He feels that way too. He's like, yeah, me too. Shit. So what do you want how do you want this to evolve? You have 4 of Cups, the Star, 5 of Cups, Queen of Wands, 4 of Fire, 4 of Wands. It's like you want the connection eventually to trump anything that happens because it's destiny. You feel like the connection itself should trump him giving you whack offers that you have to reject, trump you feeling sad about it not working out, or him feeling sad about it not working out, trump all the beaches that he's fucking around with on a regular, past, present, and future, that it should trump all of that. It's like that's how you want it. That's what you want to happen. Something tells me though that again you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Because as the masculine said earlier in the reading, or as he really believes in his heart, you can't possess me. I'm not a possession. Okay, but there's something he's missing about stable relationship, on how to build a stable relationship. So it's not just you, feminine, that's setting yourself up for this not to work out, or for you to be disappointed and heartbroken. It's because, right, both of you have beliefs that don't mesh. which is why I said he may be a divine masculine. He just might not be your motherfucker. For real. And that's okay. Way okay. Right? But you put a lot of stock in this. You just have to put a lot of stock in knowing exactly who to put that stock in with. Does that make sense? One card for Pisces. See? Come to the edge of leaving all that behind. This is like a leap of faith. Come to the edge. Let all that go. Look at that. He wants his feminine. This is his card. He wants his feminine. He wants his true feminine. So you rejecting this masculine who is a true masculine. He is. He could be a water sign. Any of the signs have been represented in this reading. He wants his true person. So you treating somebody like they have to be with you, they might not be for you. You need to pray. You need to turn back to your creator and align yourself with the truth and tell yourself the truth. And if you ever have any time communicating with him, tell him the truth. Some of you have told this person that he's a twin flame or whatever, and he feels like there's some unfinished business with you, but it might just be to clear the air. And even if it's, I don't know, even if you're supposed to have a child together, like if you're destined to have a child and you've been having dreams like that and they have had dreams like that, it may be true. Or it may be that you all are supposed to master not doing the same thing again and being able to say goodbye because both of you are headed towards your right person. But let's end this toxic cycle of toxicity, of ego battling. And if you are meant for each other, let's end this so we can get to what we're supposed to be on. See? This is deep shit. I'm still pulling cards. What the? Yeah. Both of you want the same thing. The question is, are you both the ones to have that with each other? Look at that. Look at that. You would know because there would be a deep knowing. He would know. It would be a deep knowing. You would know the same way. Same. And that's what both of you have to, or it's going to be a never ending story with all kinds of people. And you both already been through that. So get it together. Shit. This is your reading. Please let me know in the comments how this resonates. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Peace.